What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be discussing something that is extremely important and all of you should be aware of, and that is how to boost your credit score.
Some may even say it's even more important than cash itself, because with credit you can leverage a lot more. So in this video we're going to give you 7 steps on how to increase your credit score.
And without further ado, let's get into that list. Just before we get into today's video, we wanted to let you guys know that we are looking for an editor.
So if you have any background in video editing and want to work with us, make sure to hit us up. Check out the email here or in the description and send us some of your samples, and then we can work from there together. So what is credit? Credit is just the score. In America, it's base rank from 0 to 850, and obviously the higher the number you have, the better it results in, which allows you to pull out higher loans, lower interests, and ensures you to get the best offers.
And the range for the UK varies depending on what application or bank you're using. However, usually it goes from 0 to 1,000.
And it's very important to try to get the highest level of credit, if not max it out, whether that's 850 or 1,000. You need to have a perfect credit score, and this is not an overnight fix. This takes time, so why not start as soon as possible to build it as best as you can. The first thing you need to do is open a credit account. If you already have one, good. Make sure you keep that account open. This is going to be your longest one open, because history means everything. And if you don't have one open, go to your local bank, whichever you bank with, and open your account there. If not, try American Express, Chase, or etc. Just get your account up and going. Even if you have the lowest credit, or you gotta put out money up front at the beginning, like $200, £500, whatever it is, to use as credit first, just so you get your rates up and going.
Now, this first account is extremely important for it to be free. We want you guys to open an account which the credit card does not charge you as an annual fee like some of them do. That's important because this account will be the longest lasting that you'll have open. Now, since this is also going to be your first credit card account, it's going to not require much high levels of credit to open it. If you're going to use the ones that have an annual fee, like for example the Amex Platinum, they won't just give it to anyone. You need high annual income and a good credit score. So as your first one, find one that is for free, and that will allow you to build on your credit score. So keep your first account free, so that way you could build history with it forever.
Now let's say you opened your account. Let's say they've given you £1,000 credit, and you can use that whenever you want. What I don't want you to do is use the whole £1,000 or even close to that. As a matter of fact, I want you to use less than 50% at a maximum. Anywhere between 5 to 45% is the ideal range. So let's say you grab something for £20, purchase it, but make sure you pay it off in full. Whether you purchase a thing for £10, £20 there, £30 here, and your total is around £60-70 for instance. Make sure you pay it before the end of the month. It doesn't charge you any interest. The least you should do is pay the minimum fee, but always it's best to pay the full amount. This way, it shows you you're leveraging your credit, and when you do this over time, it allows the lenders to believe that you're a good candidate, and this way they can lend you more money.
Now, another thing, if you don't pay these debts in full by the end of the month every single time, that's how you're going to be left in credit debt. And 99% of people who are in credit debt are going to be finding themselves in a very difficult situation, especially because all of these debts are going to build cumulatively over the time. Before you know it, all of these debts have been added up together and they've been exponentially gotten higher. So now you can't even afford to pay them no more, and you have to pull out more loans to be able to pay those off. So always remember to not go over the budget that you're allowed to spend.
In this situation, credit can literally be either your best friend or your worst enemy. So make sure you make the right decision with this.
Now, as you get further along the journey of credit cards and you dive deeper into this journey, you'll realize that you need to open multiple accounts with different branches.
It's not good having one credit card. Having an abundance of credit cards allows you to utilize them as best as possible, so you can grab the highest loans.
Different providers also have different benefits that you could utilize from. For example, Amex give a variety of different benefits that, for example, Chase do not. So then you will be able to utilize both of them and get the best of both worlds. And also, there are some cards that are very special. For example, the Amex British Airways, that helps you fly for free pretty much every single time if you want to fly with British Airways. Those type of specialty cards have their own uses and they're not for everyone, but if you can use it and be able to get the most out of it, then why not?
But another key factor to mention is just make sure you don't open these credit cards back to back. Make sure there's good time in between them, at least 6 months up to a year, because you don't want to open like 5 different credit cards, because every time you open one, it drastically lowers your credit score. But once you have a good abundance open, you don't really need to open much more, but just so you have like 3-4 different credit cards to cycle through, because as a lot of you guys already know, Amex is not accepted in most places. So for instance, then you can use your other credit card. So the first half of this video that we talked about are things that will help you gradually build your credit score. Now for the second portion of the video, for the next 4 points that will improve your credit score drastically immediately.
And the first thing on that list, which is pretty obvious, is going to be to have a steady income. You can't be expected to have a good credit score if you don't have a sustainable income coming in every single month.
That also includes paying off your taxes. If you work, then pay whatever percentage you work. And if you're your own business, make sure you don't do any tax frauds and pay it off. And that helps your credit score tremendously. Another thing, simply by just signing up to vote, it boosts your credit score. It shows that you care about the economy. It shows you're a real citizen that's willing to vote and want to improve the country. And it just goes a little further to boost your credit score.
Now, this one goes without saying, but it might be a little bit more difficult for a lot of us, and maybe for you as well. And that is going to be owning your own house. This is going to be quite an expensive one, but it's going to have a massive impact on your credit score either way. Now, by owning your own house, it shows the government and also the credit lenders that you're going to be at a steady place. That shows that you're going to stay at the same place and they could trust you with all the funds that they're giving you. If anything, it shows that they could come after your house. So you really have to be careful there, because if you're not paying those debts on time, they will come and take your house away from you. But once again, you could use that as leverage, as a house has a lot of value and the credit lenders will love to be able to own your house. So they will generously offer you money.
So just like your credit, it can be your best friend or your worst nightmare. Now, this is for the lazy people. If you don't want to do it yourself, just pay someone else to do it for you. You can hire third parties. By simply paying them, they can boost your credit score. To be honest, I'm not sure how they exactly do it, but check it out and let us know how they work.
Now, some of the companies in the UK which will do those services for you are ClearScore and Experian. Now, these external third parties do help a lot, because we had a family friend who did use these and he boosted his credit score from good to excellent. So they do have valid results. And if that is something that you're looking into do, then why not give it a try?
Personally, we haven't reached that stage, as we're just at the beginning of our credit journey. Well, as a matter of fact, we started since it was 18, so about 2-3 years ago. But we haven't got to the stage where we need to pay other people to do it for us. So for the meantime, we're doing our own methods. But if it comes to worse, we might have to use them. But now, as a bonus one for you guys that stayed into this video, because nobody really talks about this, is have a credit limit of over £15,000. Now, I know it's a random number that you might say, but it's been statistically shown in banks that if you have a credit limit of over £15,000, it allows you to reach the higher ranges, because then it's not pocket change and it's not too much money. So after when you break the £15,000 credit limit barrier, you have access to the top echelons of money.
I hope you guys realize the importance of credit and why it is extremely important and why you should start as soon as you can. Now, as credit cards are such an important topic that we need to be discussing, we're going to release more videos, but we need your help to do that. So we need you guys to drop comments down below on what you really need to know, whether what credit card you should be getting as your first one, what the differences between the different cards are, and what benefits you should be utilizing out of each one.
Or if you have any other suggestions, just drop it down in the comments below and we'll make sure to check it out. And thanks so much for staying to the end of this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. See you guys in the next video. Stay traditional.